Hello, and welcome on board the Airbus LF8. Airbus UK is one of Britain's success stories, so you're in safe hands.
T minus 60 seconds.
While pre-flight checks take place, here's some info on today's mission. The satellites we'll be travelling to see today are designed and built by Airbus, the largest space company in the UK, designing and manufacturing the payloads, structures, propulsion systems, and electronics essential for the satellites that make the modern world run smoothly. So, ready to go and see our satellites in action?
T minus 30 seconds.
We are at our launch site in French Guiana in South America, so please have your passports ready and hold tight for launch. We are now in the Ariane payload bay.
Automatic ground launch sequence initiated. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
We are now in low Earth orbit several hundred kilometres above the Earth, travelling at 17,000 miles per hour, roughly 22 times the speed of sound, where it takes around 92 minutes to orbit the Earth. This is the optimum distance from Earth for satellites to observe what's going on down below, so it tends to be where the majority of observational scientific research takes place. And in the future, this is where you'll find our biomass satellite. Biomass is the 7th mission to be selected by ESA as part of its Earth Explorer program, and will address fundamental questions on the status and dynamics of the Earth's forests. Are things better or worse than feared? Is global warming having as big an effect as many scientists think? Biomass will provide the data that will help scientists answer these fundamentally important questions. As prime contractor, Airbus is able to harness and connect to the wider UK community, bringing out the best of UK science and UK supply chain.
10 seconds to booster firing.
Now, hold tight, we're off to see one of our telecommunications satellites. And if you're scared of heights, you may want to look away.
Thrusters firing in 3, 2, 1, fire.
We are now in geostationary orbit, some 36,000 kilometres above Earth. That's the same distance as flying from London to New York and back 5 times. Up here, satellites follow the same spot down on the Earth. As the Earth moves, so does the satellite, but always following the exact same spot. It's the ideal height above the Earth for communication and broadcast satellites, like in Marsat 6. In Marsat's latest communication satellite, when it's launched, will become the most versatile mobile services satellite in its fleet. Because its boosters use electric propulsion rather than chemical propulsion to reach geostationary orbit, it has less mass and can therefore carry a dual payload, doubling the capability. It takes approximately 4 months to reach its position. And in the future, by using L-band, it'll improve mobile phone networks and the Internet of Things. Indeed, we're also enabling troops from the UK and our allies to stay connected globally. The Skynet 5 satellite fleet enables troops as well as military platforms, such as the new Queen Elizabeth aircraft carriers, to operate globally. By constantly developing technology for our commercial and military telecom satellites, we can deliver competitive costs and leading-edge capability for both. Oops, I almost forgot. Before we head back to Earth, we've one more stop.
Thrusters firing in 3, 2, 1, fire.
If you thought Inmarsat 6 was a long way from home, spare a thought for Solar Orbiter. After the build is complete in the UK, it will launch early in 2020. Solar Orbiter is on a mission to orbit the Sun. Solar Orbiter will help answer a set of questions including about the development of planets and the emergence of life, how the solar system works, the origins of the universe, and the fundamental physics at work in the universe. To get a close-up view of the Sun and to observe the solar wind before it becomes disrupted, Solar Orbiter will fly to within 45 million kilometres of the Sun, closer than Mercury. It will image the poles for the first time, helping us understand how the Sun generates its magnetic field. Space science missions like Solar Orbiter are challenging and inspirational. Taking a leading role in these projects helps to inspire our next generation of engineers and scientists, and is a flagship for the UK's reputation for high-value and high-quality manufacturing. So, now you've seen why we at Airbus are #1 in space in the UK and Europe. Who could have foreseen over 100 years ago, when British aviation was in its infancy, that Airbus, a British success story, would be answering questions as profound as these? We've come a long way, but the best is yet to come.
Course plotted.
Hold on tight, and we hope you've had an enjoyable journey.
Thrusters firing in 3, 2, 1, fire.